You don't need sales calls to sell high ticket coaching. Most people waste hours on sales calls when they could be closing in DMs or through workshops. Now, I'm going to show you how to pre-sell so you never have to convince someone to buy. And we're going to do this by pre-selling with our content, activating black card buyers using the workshop wealth formula, and guiding to the next step with the follow-up formula. Now, if we haven't met before, I'm Lisa May Hubie, and I help online coaches and experts turn their expertise into a predictable, high-income coaching business that gives them the confidence, control, and financial security to scale on their terms. So let's dive in. Now, when it comes to attracting high-intent buyers for your high-ticket programs and offers, most coaches focus on filling their calendar with sales calls because we all know that the more conversations we have, the more likely someone's going to say yes. But what happens is you tend to attract a lot of people who just aren't ready, right? We hear a lot of no's or let me think about it. Now, sure, you may get a client or two who are ready to invest, but the majority of people just aren't there yet, and especially in today's market. So then at the end of the month, you've wasted anywhere from 20 to 40 hours or more on sales calls when you could have been signing new clients, getting the results, and actually doing other things like living your life. So instead of doing sales calls, I still do them for very specific prospects. I've found that this simple 3-step approach works even better to sign more black card buyers, which then lead into becoming a client. So the first thing we're going to do is open up the whiteboard real quick. All right, so the first step is we're going to pre-sell with our content. So our content should help someone decide if we're the right person to solve their problem and help move them through the funnel from maybe to heck yes, I want your help, right? We want them to raise their hand for our workshop. Now we're going to do this through authority content, our positioning, and being super specific about the problem that we're solving for people in a way that they can relate to. Now, most experts I see suffer from what I call the expertise effect. This is the thing that blocks them from communicating effectively with their ideal clients. Now, if you think you might be suffering from this, I'll link the free training below for you to grab. The second step is that we're going to use the workshop wealth formula to attract and activate black card buyers so they become hot prospects. Now, this is where we're solving one problem, what I call a bleeding neck problem for people, and actually helping them get a very specific result. This isn't a fluffy webinar that's only intended to sell our offer. Now, the workshop wealth formula is especially effective in today's highly skeptical market because it gives people a chance to experience working with you, gets them a specific result, right? A quick win, and closes the trust gap fast. Plus, because these are paid workshops, people have skin in the game. So they're more likely to actually show up and do the work, right? They have invested in themselves. They are committed to solving this problem. Now, from there, it's much easier to turn buyers into repeat buyers because they're already in motion. And then, so the next logical step is for them to say yes to getting my help or your help. So we do that with step 3. This is where we're guiding these hot prospects, our black card buyers, to the next logical step using the follow-up formula. And we're going to do this inside DMs. Now, a lot of entrepreneurs right now are leaving money on the table simply because they're not having daily conversations in the DMs with their people and following up. Statistics show that less than 50% of people follow up ever. And only about 3% follow up more than 3 times. That's crazy because when you think about it, people buy after multiple touch points. So they may not say yes right away, right? But this is where the follow-up formula comes in. And because you already have a connection and a bond, you've built rapport with someone, right? These are the people that have already attended your workshop. There's no weird, awkward exchanges. You simply make them the offer, right? Hey, you want my help? Here's how we can work together. Now, depending on what I'm promoting, I'll either drop a simple DM script or the link to my main Google Doc offer. Now, I've personally found that this method works really well to get quick momentum and more black card buyers into my offers, and then saying yes to getting my help on the back end, right? We take them into a different level of access at that point. Now, I've linked the high ticket success matrix, business assessment, and the free training on breaking the expertise effect to create content that connects with your ideal clients. Both those links are below. Now, if you found this training helpful, be sure to hit the subscribe button to not miss future videos, and I'll see you next time.